also Bristol and Manchester. So there's quite a good link with the UK every day. Here on your right hand side you can see the north face of the rock. And the rock is composed of Jurassic limestone.
Jurassic limestone.
Yes. The rock of Gibraltar, if we go back into history, it was formed because of the movement of the plates underneath the sea, which brought up this rock up to its surface. And even during the Ice Age, this was one of the best parts. This was one of the best parts of the world to live. You could survive down here. This tunnel is underneath the runway. We've got the runway just on top of us. So a lot of evidence has been found that the prehistoric man lived here, and then in more modern times, everybody who wanted to conquer or invade the Iberian Peninsula, they always got hold of the Rock of Gibraltar. So through here we've had the Phoenicians, the Visigoths, the Carthaginians, the Greeks, the Romans, and more recently, to say, in 711, the Arabic dominion of the Iberian Peninsula.
Yeah.
In Gibraltar, the Arabs were here between 711 and 1462.
Wow.
700 years.
And the last city to be liberated by the Catholics in Spain was Granada 30 years later, 1492. Now, the Arabs used to call this place Jebel Tariq, meaning Tariq's mountain, because the commander who took Gibraltar in 711, his name was Tariq ibn Sayyid. So throughout the 751 years, they knew this place as Jebel Tariq. And then the Catholics, Queen Isabel and King Ferdinand, in 1462, they renamed it Gibraltar. That's in Spanish, which pronounced in English is Gibraltar. Now, the Spanish held it until 1704. In 1702, 2 years before England and Holland captured the rock, in 1702, the King of Spain, Charles II, he died and he left no heirs to the throne. So immediately after his death, King Philip V of France and Charles III of Austria, both of them, claimed the throne of Spain. So the war of succession started. In 1704, 2 years after the war of succession had started in Spain, the English and the Dutch, under the command of the Royal House of Austria, the Habsburgs royal family, and the French were the Bourbon, which are the ones reigning in Spain today. They came from France. The Habsburgs, they told England and Holland, I want you to go down there, capture Gibraltar from Spain, because I want to get the throne of Spain. So they did. But he did not get to the throne in 1713. 9 years later, the one who got to the throne was the French king, King Philip V. And that same year, he wanted peace with Queen Anne of England, so he signed what is known as the Treaty of Utrecht. The Treaty of Utrecht has been one of the most important treaties ever signed.
Utrecht is in Holland.
In Holland. That is
It
where
was Dutch. The Dutch.
the thing is that in the city of Utrecht, that is where a good part of all the monarchs in Europe, they sat down and they signed this treaty, very important treaty. So in that treaty, the French king in Spain ceded two territories to the Crown of England, Gibraltar and the island of Menorca in the Balearic Islands.
Yeah.
In 1802, England had no interest with Menorca, so they handed it back to Spain. In the case of Gibraltar, the word used in the treaty was that it was ceded in perpetuity.
Wow.
So it has no limit, no ending. It's forever. That's why we in Gibraltar say that Spain has no right in claiming the territory at all. They gave it away.
Why the Utrecht? What made Utrecht Holland so special? Why did they choose that?
I mean,
place?
I don't know. Maybe it was one of the places that they said, let's all meet in Utrecht.
Okay.
Like, you know, like they say today, the G7 and the G20,
Yeah, gotcha.
you know, they meet in different cities. So it must have happened that way. So let's go down to Utrecht.
I got you.
Probably had good drink and good
Good women.
So the population here, we are 35,000. Everybody has the UK nationality. So we are British nationals. The official language is English, although we speak Spanish as well. And the currency, we have the pound. We have the English pound and the Gibraltar pound mixed together. They have the same value. The reason why we've got our own pound is because we have our own government, our own parliament
Yes.
here. This archway here is the American War Memorial. This was a gift by the US in 1932 to the city of Gibraltar for all the efforts in the First World War. Now the total area of Gibraltar is about 9 to 10 square miles, and the economy is only based on services. We only provide service. So we've got the military, naval, air force base, we've got shipping, airport, commerce, tourism, financial services, and the casino online business. So with all that, we have no unemployment, and from neighboring Spain, 15,000 people come to work here every day.
Wow.
Amongst all the tourists that you've seen coming in,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Spanish workers coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
15,000, which, as you have realized and have seen, even the Spanish authorities make it difficult for them to come.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon they will make it difficult for them
To go home.
to go home.
Wow.
Something which we've never been able to understand. But there you are.
Okay, now you said your family goes way back.
My family in 1704, when they, in the Mediterranean, the sea merchants, who were the Genoese, the Sicilians, the Maltese, the people from the east coast of Spain, like Catalonians and from Valencia, when they heard there was a British garrison here, they came here to do a little bit of trading. Later on, staying behind. Because as soon as the Treaty of Utrecht was signed, Spain started the wars and the battles to try and get Gibraltar back. So it came to a point where the garrison, the military authorities told those people, would you like to live and work here with us? We need you. So they stayed behind. So we go back to the very early 1700s.
Now, do you have an old family home here?
No. I mean, things have changed tremendously, you know. But my family has been here now 270 years.
Wow.
Of course.
God, back.
Since the 1700s.
Wow.
And has everyone in your family stayed?
It stayed, well, here?
Yeah.
Everybody
Everybody's stayed.
along. I am the 8th or 9th generation now,
Wow.
which is a long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of stonework.
Mm. Yeah. Right here, as we pass this gate or archway, it's Trafalgar Square, Lord Nelson.
Oh, this is Trafalgar
Trafalgar.
Square, the real one.
Trafalgar Cemetery just there.
Oh,
So, yeah,
look, it says Trafalgar Sports Bar.
we have Gibraltar enjoys a good standard of living. It's a very wealthy place. We enjoy, I would say, low taxes compared to other parts of the world, especially Europe, where taxes are very, very high. But we have low tax here, and the salaries are quite high.
I would assume it would be very hard to immigrate into here.
No, What we don't have is illegal
Immigration.
immigration. If you want to come and live here, you have to sustain yourself.
Ah.
You've got to be able to sustain. That means that you can work and live here. You can retire because you have a nice pension or you have money. You know, so
So you don't have to own property. You don't have to own a home.
well, not really. I mean, you can, if you want to live here, you can rent or you can buy. No,
Yeah. Wow.
you want to make Gibraltar your home. Obviously, you will have to rent or buy, but the system will not say right.
We'll let in the bums.
No. Yet, for
Can
us,
you get it?
for us that we live here, we do enjoy a lot of benefits. For example, we've got free medical.
Wow.
We've got free education,
Including higher education? Is there
including universities in England and back.
Oh my
Wow.
God. Let's move here.
Yeah. I've had my 4 kids in university, and only 6 weeks ago, my eldest granddaughter left for the UK. She's there now.
Wow.
And
That's amazing.
things like, for example, pensioners, we don't pay tax. You've got what is known as government housing. Okay, but everybody's going into and buying their own homes here, especially the young people. I mean, I bought mine quite a few years ago, and again, when you buy your home, the government at the beginning will give you a lot of help.
Where does the fuel come from?
From Spain. We
Spain.
buy it from the oil refinery just across there.
Okay.
But as we have no value-added tax, we are 21% cheaper.
Wow.
And Max, this has never been threatened from the African continent. So Morocco or other,
Not since,
this is not since the Utrecht?
well, not since 1462.
Wow.
And since 1704, it's been unconquered. What I'm trying to tell you is that the 2 big invaders in Europe, like Napoleon or Hitler,
Yeah.
were not able to get the rock. And they did get Spain. Because Napoleon had his brother, Joe Bonaparte, as king of Spain. That was a self-proclamation, obviously. And Hitler, the German army came up to the gates and they could never take Gibraltar. So it's been unconquered since 1704. Right, let's go.